Download this code from codegive.com, link in the description below. Fixing Apple Remote Volume Button Issues on Apple TV, a comprehensive guide. This tutorial addresses a common problem: your Apple Remote's volume buttons not controlling your TV's volume through your Apple TV. This can happen due to various reasons, including improper setup, CEC issues, software glitches, or remote malfunction. We'll cover troubleshooting steps, resetting procedures, and introduce an optional code example for a macOS application that can help with remote diagnostics. Understanding the problem. The modern Apple Remote, Siri Remote, relies on either infrared, IR, or hdmi-cec, consumer electronics control, to adjust your TV's volume. Understanding which method your setup utilizes is crucial for effective troubleshooting. Infrared, IR. Older TVs and some newer TVs without hdmi-cec support rely on IR. The Apple Remote learns your TV's IR volume codes. hdmi-cec*. This is a more modern method where the Apple TV sends volume control commands through the HDMI cable to your TV. This requires both the Apple TV and the TV to support CEC and have it enabled. CEC goes by different names depending on the TV manufacturer, example hdmi-cec for Sony, hdmi Plus for Samsung, SimpLink for LG, EasyLink for Philips. Troubleshooting steps. Before resorting to resets or code, try these steps in order. 1. Basic checks. Line of sight, IR. If using IR, ensure a clear line of sight between the remote and the TV's IR receiver. Remove any obstructions. Battery. Ensure the Apple Remote has sufficient battery charge. You can check the battery level in Settings, Remotes and Devices Remote. TV power. Make sure the TV is turned on and not muted. HDMI cable. Ensure your HDMI cable is securely connected to both the Apple TV and the TV. Try a different HDMI cable to rule out a faulty cable. A high-quality HDMI cable can improve CEC reliability. 2. hdmi-cec verification and configuration. Enable CEC on your TV. Navigate to your TV's settings menu, typically under System, External Devices, or similar. Look for hdmi-cec or the manufacturer's equivalent, hdmi-cec, hdmi Plus, etc. Ensure it's enabled. Also, enable any options related to device control or auto power on/off, as these can sometimes impact volume control. Apple TV CEC settings. On your Apple TV, go to Settings, Remotes and Devices, Home Theater Control, control TVs and receivers. Make sure this is set to auto or on. Setting it to off will disable CEC control entirely. Restart both devices. Unplug both the Apple TV and the TV from the power outlet. Wait 30 seconds, then plug them back in. This can sometimes clear temporary glitches. Power on the TV first, then the Apple TV. Test different HDMI ports. Try connecting the Apple TV to different HDMI ports on your TV. Some HDMI ports are more likely to support CEC than others. Ideally, use an HDMI port labeled ARC, Audio Return Channel, or EARC, Enhanced Audio Return Channel, if available, as these ports are often designed for optimal audio/video communication. Check for TV firmware updates. Outdated TV firmware can sometimes cause CEC issues. Check your TV manufacturer's website for the latest firmware and update your TV if necessary. 3. Volume control. Learning, IR only if your TV doesn't support CEC, or if you prefer using IR. Asterisk volume control section asterisk go to settings remotes and devices volume control. Asterisk select volume control type asterisk you should see options like auto, TV via IR, or learn new device. Asterisk auto asterisk this is the default and should work if CEC is properly configured. If it doesn't, try one of the other options. Asterisk TV via IR asterisk select this if you want the Apple remote to use IR to control your TV's volume. Asterisk learn new device, asterisk this initiates the IR learning process. Follow the on-screen instructions. The Apple TV will prompt you to point your Apple remote at the TV's IR receiver and press the volume up or down buttons. You may need to repeat this process several times until the Apple TV successfully learns the codes. Asterisk IR learning tips asterisk. Asterisk ensure the remote is pointed directly at the TV's IR receiver during the learning process. Asterisk hold the button down for a second or two while the Apple TV tries to learn the code. Asterisk try different distances between the remote and the TV. For software updates asterisk. Asterisk update your Apple TV to the latest tvOS version, settings system software updates update software. Apple remote reset procedures. If the troubleshooting steps above don't resolve the issue, try these reset procedures. 1. Restart the Apple remote asterisk. Asterisk press and hold the TV button, or menu button on older remotes, and the volume down button simultaneously for about 5 seconds. Asterisk the Apple TV may restart, or you may see a status indicator on the screen. Asterisk release the buttons and allow the remote to reconnect. 2. Unpair and repair the Apple remote asterisk. Asterisk go to settings remotes and devices remote. Asterisk select your Apple remote. Asterisk select unpair remote. Asterisk to repair, hold the remote close to the Apple TV and press any button. If pairing fails, hold the TV button, or menu button, and volume up, plus, button together for 5 seconds until the Apple TV prompts you to pair. 3. Factory reset the Apple TV, last resort. Asterisk this will erase all your settings and data, so only use this as a last resort. Asterisk go to settings system reset. Asterisk choose reset or reset and update. Code example, macOS application for Apple remote diagnostics, Swift. This example provides a basic macOS application in Swift that can help you detect when a Siri remote sends signals. It doesn't directly fix the volume control issue, but it can help determine if the remote itself is functioning correctly and sending events to your Mac. If your Mac can receive remote signals, but your Apple TV can't, it strongly suggests a problem with the Apple TV itself. Important considerations asterisk. Asterisk macOS requirement asterisk this requires a Mac computer to run. Asterisk Bluetooth pairing asterisk the Apple remote needs to be paired with your Mac via Bluetooth for this to work. Go to System Preferences Bluetooth and pair your remote. Remove it from the Apple TV first. Asterisk code security asterisk review any code you find online carefully before running it. Asterisk limited functionality asterisk this is a simplified example, a real diagnostic app would be more complex. Asterisk accessibility settings asterisk in some cases you may need to grant the app access in System Preferences Security and Privacy Accessibility. Steps to use the macOS application asterisk. 1. Create a new Xcode project asterisk open Xcode and create a new macOS application project, select App under the macOS tab. Choose Swift as the language. 2. Design the UI asterisk. Asterisk open main.storyboard. Asterisk add a NS text view to the window. This will display the output. Asterisk create an IB outlet in viewController.Swift connecting the text view, At IB outlet weak var text view, NS text view. 3. Copy and paste the code * copy and paste the Swift code above into your view controller.swift file, replacing the existing content. 4. Add Bluetooth to project * in the project navigator, select your project. Go to the Signing and Capabilities tab. Click the plus button to add a capability. Add the Bluetooth capability. You may need to enable the outgoing connections, client, option. 5. Build and run * build and run the application in Xcode. 6. Pair the Apple Remote * pair the Apple Remote with your Mac through System Preferences Bluetooth. 7. Observe the output * the application will start scanning for Bluetooth devices. When it finds your Apple Remote, it will connect. If you press buttons on the remote, the application should display hex-encoded data representing the button presses in the text view. Interpreting the output *. If the application successfully connects to the Apple Remote and you see different hex-encoded data strings when you press different buttons, including the volume buttons, this confirms that the remote is sending signals correctly. This isolates the problem to the Apple TV's ability to receive or interpret the signals or a TV configuration issue. If you don't see any output or the app doesn't connect, it strongly suggests a problem with the remote itself, hardware failure, Bluetooth issue. Common causes and solutions summary. Problem likely cause, S. Solution, S. Volume buttons not working, CEC disabled or misconfigured, IR learning incomplete, remote battery low, Apple TV software bug, faulty HDMI cable, TV firmware issue. Enable CEC on both TV and Apple TV, relearn IR codes, replace HDMI cable, update TV firmware, reset Apple Remote, restart Apple TV, factory reset Apple TV. Apple Remote not connecting to Apple TV, low battery, software glitch, Bluetooth interference. Charge the remote, restart the remote, unpair and repair the remote, move away from potential sources of Bluetooth interference. If using the diagnostic app, make sure the Apple Remote is not paired with the Apple TV. The app doesn't detect the remote is already paired with the Apple TV. Unpair it from the Apple TV and then run the diagnostic app. Important notes ***. Specificity ***. This guide covers general troubleshooting. Specific TV models or receiver setups may have unique configurations or quirks. Consult your TV/receiver's manual for specific instructions related to CEC or IR control. Software bugs. Apple occasionally releases software updates that introduce bugs. If you suspect a software bug, report it to Apple through their feedback channels. Check Apple support forums to see if other users are experiencing the same issue. Hardware failure. While less common, a hardware failure in the Apple Remote or the Apple TV is possible. If all else fails, consider contacting Apple support for further assistance or replacement options. By following this comprehensive guide, you should be able to diagnose and resolve most Apple Remote volume control issues. Remember to proceed systematically, starting with the simplest solutions first, and always check for software updates. Good luck.